Hey, so I want to take a minute to, I don't know, address some of the haters on the pivot I've done to TikTok Shop. And look, for a lot of people who start watching this, you don't care. You don't care enough about me or a drama thing. I don't really, I don't know. I guess I care. I don't know why I care, but I kind of care. But I was like, if you don't know this about me, honestly, there are people on X and other platforms who I guess, follow me and who kind of look at me as like a copywriting guru, so to speak. Even though I don't necessarily want to be a guru in that context, and so I just kind of wanted to share. So I mean, I guess basically, let me give you some context, right? Like this guy replied to one of our emails or my emails about the TikTok Shop stuff. Stefan, what an absurd level of hypocrisy you have got. I would be listening to you if you weren't selling a course to your list. It's a wonder to me that you can go to any lengths, even saying copywriting is not worth it anymore, to sell a course to your email list. Lol, yet you are literally writing copy and have a long form sales letter to sell a TT Shop course. And I do not care about your fucking friend or whoever this fucking Wi-Fi money guy is. Who are you kidding here? Do you think we are dumb? You are becoming a disrespect for a copywriting space. Pathetic disgrace. Sorry, I am not sorry for saying this. So there's a lot of people like this who are pretty pissed off. I just was on YouTube, right? I put the video out here as well as in Twitter. You see 80 comments. And, there's people like this guy just commented 9 minutes ago. Don't do copywriting because of AI, but do TikTok Shop even though it's getting banned next year. Someone else liked it. Like, yep, that's cool. There's a few other people, obviously, as I go around here. Like, there is no competition for the ones who want to be great at it. The good enoughs will eventually be taken down anyway. I think he's talking about copywriting. It's like, sure. A lot of, newbies sort of saying, this guy, I want to buy some fresh snake oil. Are you currently selling any? And you've got this person who made this grift patrol account with 0 followers to say, remember, they're always positioning themselves for the next grift, hashtag copywriting. And they have like a screenshot of my video. And then, oh my God, can you believe this? I'm selling a course. Now, if you watched the video, you probably saw where I was like, hey, full disclosure, I'm going to be selling a course about this to my list, right? By the way, have not sold it on X at all. There's no sneaky link in bio. There's no, I'm talking about TikTok Shop because I think it's pretty valuable and kind of like an important thing. Retweeted this guy, this hater, and responding to some people. I shared my video there, 90,000 views, right? I also put another thing about TikTok Shop a little while back, but not selling it here, not selling it on YouTube. In fact, one guy asked me if they could buy the course, and I basically told him no, I wouldn't DM him. It's actually pretty funny. Let me see if I can find this real quick. It was when I retweeted the hater guy. At any rate, could you DM me a link to this? I'm on the most, but didn't see it. And I was like, I just feel like I can't DM you a link or else it'll be used as proof by the haters of my sneaky ulterior motives, right? And even there, I literally didn't DM the guy. Look, come here. He said, thanks for reply. Asked me a question about TikTok Shop stuff. I was like, hey, I saw you on my list. Cool. Hope you get it. Didn't send him a link on Twitter, right? That's how hardcore I'm being about not selling on Twitter or X because I said I wouldn't do it. Same thing with YouTube. Shout out to the haters. And yet, you got guys like that. And then you have this dude who sort of like wrote this long thing that I just saw. He tried coming at me again earlier today. So shout out Saxon. I'm sure you're a nice guy. The biggest copywriting guru launches a promo in a way I consider a big mistake that will cost him in the long run. Here's why. Imagine for a moment you sell people X as their only ticket to freedom. You religiously talk about it, so they all follow you and look up to you about this topic for years. Then out of thin air, you collaborate with a guy to create a product around a new fad in another market so you can cash in on it. You launch the product and promote it to the same dudes who sold X the initial ticket to freedom and be like, hey, I'm sorry, X is completely dead. Come buy this new fad. What do you think the audience will feel? It's not only a bad marketing idea, but it's ethically bad unless you lack a conscience. You know what it will cost you? Trust. Most of these people on the list will no longer trust you again because they've been confused and feel played. Most will never buy into what you say about X again because everything will seem like a new funnel to this another fad. For my fellow friends, here's my advice: avoid shiny object syndrome, all this kind of stuff. And a lot of people are like, I think I know you're talking about. This guy is quite famous for that. Look at his past. I don't really know. I guess I am. Maybe I'm famous for being a truth teller. Actually, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to talk about how I've told people that AI would replace 80% of copywriters back in, I think it was late 2022 or like early 2023. He successfully turned a warm audience into a cold one. Absolutely agree. Trust takes time to build and seconds to break. So much wisdom in this. I agree. Also agree here that launch was way too much. Got a lot of responses. I will be fine. You're right, Daniel. Copywriting, right? Okay, so, a couple of thoughts on this that I want to kind of bring up. And again, I know most people aren't going to care, but for those of you who do care about, who look at me as a copywriting guru, or, kind of feel like, I don't know. I just feel like streaming content, frankly. My daughter's upstairs with my wife. They're hanging out. I got a few minutes. So, kind of want to go for it, okay? So, I'm trying to think of like where I want to start out with. Actually, I'll start out with this. This is to my email list from Friday, December 18th, 2020, okay? Before COVID. So, a while back. And it said I'm having, legit having anxiety right now. Having anxiety, there's a massive shift happening in e-commerce that's pretty, that I've been pretty much oblivious to, right? It's convergence of social media and e-commerce through live streaming and real-time selling, which, by the way, is the point why I'm showing you this is because that's a huge part of what TikTok Shop is. No, it's going lives is a big part of it. You don't have to do it, but that's one big way, right? Actually, I should have switched these over here. I think this was the first email. I'm sorry, it's annoying. The $63 billion e-com opportunity is invisible in the U.S. Talking about live stream shopping is starting to become a thing in the U.S., QVC in a more authentic way, Facebook Live, YouTube, Instagram, other platforms. It's like shopping as a spectator sport almost, like live stream shopping. And, I think it gets some really big traction here, right? So I identified it originally December 8th, 2020. Then I thought about it more and started writing this email on the 18th, so 10 days later of 2020, right? I talked about it here and it's already starting to happen. Look at this, Twitch, whatnot, and live auctions, Shop Loop, Amazon Live taking on QVC, Facebook did it, Pop Shop is doing it. TikTok announces collaboration with Walmart for live stream selling, right? TikTok users can shop for fashion items. So literally on my radar, back to TikTok, they partnered with Shopify for social commerce. So the point is, I identified this trend in December of 2020. Yep, I'm ahead of you for the most part, right? Not you, most people. Frankly, way too early too, though, right? It was way too early. But let's just play the receipts game. I just want to kind of make that pretty clear, okay? And in fact, I think I put it in here. I searched for live stream shopping, right? Then I was like, I even wanted to kind of build like an agency to potentially help people to do it. So this is like a document that sort of was like researching different platforms, because at the time TikTok Shop didn't exist, wasn't doing it for like the average person like it is now. Okay, so like here's LiveScale, here's information. We did market research on it. Talk Shop Live. I don't know if these platforms are still around or not, or any of that stuff. This one was zoomed too big, but worth noting. Right? I don't even know what these docs are, but a bunch of stuff. I mean, we talked about doing it with Native Path. I don't think there's confidential information of them in here. Maybe there is. This is like their email list, right? I don't think I have all the data there. But basically it was like sort of a whole onboarding form. We were going to do this for some different clients as well. And it kind of just ended up being a bit too early. COVID happened, all of that kind of stuff. But I want to point that out because you go to like jumping on a fad. It's like, yeah, from 4 years ago. Now look, you're not on my email list, you wouldn't know that. But if you're on my email list, I also haven't tried to sell you this stupid TikTok Shop promo, which by the way has been doing great. But I haven't even tried to sell it to you unless you're on my email list, and then I sell stuff on my email list. When people get on my email list, I tell them, sometimes there'll be a week where I promote something a bunch. I might go months without trying to sell you anything, right? In general, I hadn't done a promotion in my list in a couple of months, but I thought this was a really good opportunity. And the reason why is what I've talked about in my video, the copy for the promo to the email list and all that, which is exactly what I keep saying: shrinking demand for copywriters, surplus supply, because people are getting sold copywriting as a biz op, and a lot of people coming in who aren't probably qualified to be a copywriter, probably shouldn't be a copywriter, probably aren't going to succeed as a copywriter, and like they're getting sold, they're spending thousands of dollars on trainings and mentorships and courses from people who are promising them clients and making income, which I've always been extremely careful not to claim. The only time I've talked about people having success making money as a copywriter is if Copywriter Lite, which I'll tell you the results of that too, if I can pull that up perhaps. But people actually had incredible results. Like I even documented it. So if FTC ever came, I could be like, it's insane what these results are. I made a YouTube video about it with like the receipts back in the day as well. But the point is, I've always been extremely careful about that, right? So anyway, that's like our feeling frustrated guy, right? And then, let me do that. Hold up. Okay, and then if you want to see what the idea is, I blurred out Wi-Fi Money guy's real name. This is from April 13th, kind of got cut out. I think what I want to do is a 3-day training on how to make money as an affiliate, sell products through TikTok Shop. I hit up Wi-Fi Money guy, who runs TikTok Syndicate, which is a community of several thousand people doing it. I think we JV with him, teach all the steps to getting started, then using AI for hooks and angles, writing the copy. And one day on videos, the original I was going to do this is a 3-day training, like write a course, tools. He sure to have a lot of knowledge and materials for training. I have knowledge on my end. I also want to learn more about TikTok Shop anyway. And I was thinking about it, and all the people doing copywriting as biz opportunities should probably do affiliate marketing instead. Something where you can leverage AI and still be your own boss. And TikTok Shop is a really good option. You don't need any money to start, just good hooks and stuff can go viral and you can make money. I hit him up to see if he's down, but I think that could crush. Isaiah, who some of you know on X, and he works with me, great idea. People doing TikTok Shop are crushing it. You have AI videos, exactly. I think it'll smash. Waiting to hear back from Andres. I think it'll do super well. So, yeah, like there's the motivation. It's like, I think this is a need. I think it's a good idea. Like I think it's frankly a better idea than telling people to be a copywriter. I know someone who's really good at it and running a big group that does a good job with it. And I think we can make money at it since I have an email list, and shockingly enough, I want to monetize my list sometimes. And I'm actually kind of done. I think this is the last training I'm ever going to do. Maybe I'll talk about that in this video as well. I don't know. Right? So there's that. But I kind of want to go back to like the guru thing that guy was bringing up, like this well-known guru, right? So this was from April of 2023. I wrote an email to my list, like I'm over being a guru. Now again, you're not on my list, you wouldn't know this, but also you haven't been sold this TikTok Shop thing that you're so mad about, this training, right? That literally has only been offered to my list. And I guess Wi-Fi Money guys list too, but that I'm not promoting anywhere else, right? But if you were on my list, you would have known back in April, I said, essentially I'm over being a guru. Right, common theme, not sending out emails as often as I used to. And one of the reasons one of the reasons for this is being busy. Another one is that I'm just over playing the guru game. To be honest, I never wanted to play it. It was never my intention to become well known, right? Back in 2019, I had a lot of knowledge to share. I'd done a lot of revenue. I'd scaled my own businesses. I started to share. It was really enjoyable. People felt like it helped. Felt like I was making a difference. And I've talked about how I think that's how it's a lot of people's experience when you first start sharing. It's actually easier when you first start. People are like, wow, thanks for sharing. And you're like, oh, wow, it's great to share. Right? But then over time, things change. And I put that in this email too. People decide they don't like you because of your politics, or you get haters. People try to pit you against other gurus. Some of those gurus go after you too to try to elevate their own status. Some people get familiar with your stuff and just stop like listening to you only because they're tired of you, even if your stuff's better than your competitors. And the guru game is like a treadmill. People are just like, I put here, I'm on other gurus lists. They're hanging you up with nonstop promotional emails, couched in folksy lessons. Our emails are written by junior copywriters, promo after promo. And it's like, what's the point, right? And I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to write more emails about great leads or share more secrets, high converting emails, or tease you about big subject line mistakes. There's enough free and paid content out there about those things already. Nothing much has changed. The same mistakes that were common 3 years ago are still common today. You don't need emails about this or to buy another course. You just need to learn the fucking mistakes and stop making them. There are a ton of resources for learning, YouTube videos, IG, proven courses, mentorship programs, right, etc., including mine. Yep. Because I had Genesis at the time with Luke and Mary. Honestly, though, like there's not a whole lot that's changed. Don't really need to keep buying more shit. Find something that works, stick with it, and implement it. It's that simple, right? The one exception is AI. And yeah, we had some like AI programs, right? But I'm like, even talking about AI too much can get annoying. There's too many idiots out there who don't get it because people get so mad at me for saying that AI is going to be a big thing, which it was, again, ahead of my time, arguably, or at least, I saw it immediately. So go back to 2020, I saw that. Then we go to AI, and I saw that. When did you see it, Stefan? Let me tell you when I saw it. So November 20th, 2022. When did ChatGPT come out? When was ChatGPT released? November 30th. So I didn't know that this was about to get released, but 10 days prior to ChatGPT coming out, very kind of serendipitously, I wrote this email to my list saying, let's talk about AI, right? And, essentially how we need to embrace it more. And I started making arguments for why AI is going to change things dramatically very soon. I said, for me personally, I started using AI copywriting tools. And I shared it on Facebook, and people got really mad. AI is never going to replace me. And it's I put here, personally, I don't think AI is going to replace good high-level direct response copywriters for a few more years. But I think that copywriters should start playing with it, and seeing ways to expedite their copy process now, right? And you should probably do it because it will make AI less scary for you. You have your finger on the pulse and all of that kind of stuff. That I put somewhere in here about you can, embrace reality or you cannot. Talk about first mover advantage. So, for the people fucking getting on me, for the guy in that Twitter feed who's like, oh yeah, he has a history of, yeah, you mean I saw AI and was like, oh, should probably start utilizing that because it's going to make your life a lot easier, and it did. It's funny, I actually don't want to show you the landing page from a TikTok shop thing because I want you to see the actual promo, because I don't want to show the domain because I don't want to get accused of shilling in this video. But got a spoiler for you. Isaiah wrote all of that of AI. He literally used Claude and wrote it. I went through and made it more compliant so that it didn't make income claims. I was like, I don't want to make claims that people are going to guarantee to generate income because I don't want to have that burden or not be compliant or all of that. So I did it for some compliance, but I didn't make really any major tweaks to it. It was written by AI, and then he did an hour or two, and that's the whole point. Right? That was one of the whole points. So I'll come back to that. But here is December 10th, 2022. So this is what, I guess, when do we say ChatGPT came out? So whatever, 10 or 11 days afterwards, something of that nature. Okay, so I have a bunch of predictions here. Google's been under a lot of pressure, which they have been. A lot of people are going to be out of a job, including many copywriters. If I had to guess, I would say 80% of copywriters would be out of a job within 12 months. That was probably a little bit aggressive of a timeline, but right, it's gonna happen. I'll talk more about what I'm doing to make sure none of the copywriters in my communities are part of that 8% in a minute, but I feel pretty confident in that stat. It's not just copywriters, video editors, content writers, programmers, voiceover artists, data analysts, designers, graphic artists. AI can now create better than most creatives can, and it's only going to get a lot better. I also mentioned a lot of SaaS companies will get screwed as well, right, including call centers. So that was December 10th, 2022. And so I bring this up because all the dodos who kind of just know about me and think that I'm a copywriting guru and think that I just suddenly pivoted to saying, you shouldn't become a copywriter. It's I've been warning people and saying this since December 10th of 2022, or really, and before that on November 20th, talking about, hey, you really should pay attention to AI, right? And here's the downstream effect of it, is it's going to put a lot of people out of a job. Hopefully that is making some sense and you're picking up what I am putting down. And then, because of all of that, got so many good things up here, right? We decided to create free ad copy, which is where I was like, you know what? Copywriting is going to become somewhat commoditized. So let's create a platform where people can generate good copy and also use AI and not be all freaked out by it. And you get a bunch of credits when you sign up that you can use for free. They replenish every month at no cost. Yeah, you can buy a subscription if you want more credits. Also though, when you go refer people, you'll get another 50 credits, right? The whole point of that is it was an interesting model and an experiment. It's still live. I've had, many hundreds of thousands of impressions and users, and, 80 to 120,000 kind of users per month on this platform. And you go do a bunch of templates. Now I kind of slowed down on the templates because frankly, I burn money on this every month. I'm not making money on free ad copy. I'm probably going to try and sell it or just shut it down pretty soon, to be completely honest with you, just because, I have other things I'm prioritizing. But then on top of that, I'm like, all right, people are trying to sell you copywriting as like a biz op thing. Let's create a learning section and just put a bunch of really good stuff on here for either low cost or free, right? So how to write fascination, some different prompts, using curiosity and emotions, things on email deliverability, go view more. Direct response 101, right? The basics for free. Then for some of the not free ones, it's like 4 credits. You get 10 credits to start. You can refer other people and get more credits. You've got everything on like conversion optimization, things on copywriting, right? Headline mistakes, all of that. The whole idea is there's a very low cost free to low cost way to learn, to get basically some of our best stuff from Copy Accelerator, past trainings, all of that for free. Okay. Then, by the way, the interface is sort of wonky, to be completely honest with you. And put courses on there. So Freelancer Freedom, which is basically a whole thing about how to get clients. Put it on, you can watch it. It's like basically the equivalent of $20 when I used to charge $997 for it. Profit Fix Formula, sorry, one over here, is like this really comprehensive ecom course that I created, right? With there's the landing page formula, right? So you got a checklist for high converting landing page, all these different breakdowns. There's also templates, all that. I'm not trying to sell you this, but it's basically you can watch some of the videos for free. If you've referred a lot of people, you can watch them all for free, or it's equivalent of costing you $20 for that. And frankly, I've been thinking about putting the RMBC method on there, which is sort of my copywriting methodology in a course that I charge $997 for, and that I'm really well known for. And if you really want to see a level of authenticity where I'm like, copywriting's getting commoditized, okay? It's a race to the bottom. It doesn't mean, I'm going to go to the end of this part where everyone seems to take this so personally because they're not smart enough to like extract out or abstract out. I'm not smart enough to say the right thing there, but like, right? So many people aren't able to get out of themselves and be like looking at the rest of the world, like, and other people in kind of context and stuff. It's a awful kind of problem in society in general. But let's go back to the magical receipts. Because I'm like trying to democratize this information and make it extremely low cost or free with free ad copy, even the RMBC method, you know what I've done or what I did? I was like, I closed it down. So some people have asked me about this and realized they haven't been able to get it. February 13th, this guy bought RMBC method 4 payments. I hit up James, who's on my team. Can we just refund this guy's purchase, let him have it for free? And then can we eliminate the ability to buy RMBC so no people can't get it? I'm probably just going to drip it to free ad copy over several months instead. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to drip this over free ad copy, it's not fair to have somebody buy it. Let's just close it down. It's like, as you wish. Thank you. What message to display? Like, hey, thanks for the fun times. If you want to get Stefan's great trainings, visit freeadcopy.com instead. Make it big and red so it's very noticeable. And so you haven't actually been able to buy RMBC. Of course, this made me over $1 million in profit. A decent amount more than that. Since February, I closed it down. Because I'm like, I don't want to charge $987 for it. Things have changed. I want people to like use AI. I want people to go to free ad copy where there's, way more, again, it's like you can get a bunch of this stuff for free or extremely low cost. And so I bring all that up to go back to like, this dude and sort of like the whole selling you copywriting as your ticket to freedom. It's like, I don't, like look at what somebody does, right? One of the best pieces of advice I got was don't judge people by what they say, judge them by what they do. So I was talking about kind of live selling, social selling on TikTok in 2020. I identified AI super early on and said, wow, like, what, this is gonna be a game changer. And I think that most copywriters will start to struggle. And what also facilitated, or maybe make the video that I put on X and on YouTube, Mario, my former business partner from May 6th, right? Going back to the struggling, I want to know this. Like, there's this crazy shift happening. Consolidation, market correction seems to be weeding out the middle class of freelancers. I have more high-paying opportunities, potential partnerships than ever before, more than I can fulfill. I know a few others were pointing the same. But after talking to hundreds of copywriters over the last few weeks, I know many of them out there are struggling to hit maintenance. So if you're having a hard time right now, just know it's not you. The shift is happening market-wide. I don't want to speculate. Like, you got to level up, separate yourself from the pack, or start working on plan B. Like, right? All of that. 53 comments. If you go to the comments, you know, I have a few thoughts here. Curious. I'm seeing what you're seeing, not just with copywriting as it relates to the agency world. Troy, I agree. Lately, I've seen less business owners taking our more common services, right? I think, you know, the barriers to entry are getting more difficult in the DR space. Top tier offer owners are taking bigger pieces of the pie, less new offer owners, which by the way is because, like I talked about in that video, the whole classic VSL model isn't working as well, right? Alvin from Trugenics kind of talks about it. We're cutting back on the number of offers. You know, so from previously we might hire 16 to 20 copywriters. Now it's maybe 6 for 2025. We only hire A-list people or top tier people. Paris Lampropoulos talks about this, right? Back in the day, we used to have a saying that there's a shortage of copywriters. Today it's no longer true. Today there's a glut of copywriters, but there's still a shortage of good ones, right? Good old Chad, suspected set a critical mass. I commented on this, so I was gonna share some thoughts. The number of new copywriters has accelerated much faster than the DR industry has grown, thanks to biz optification. I think it's been part of the problem. And so, you know, anyway, it keeps going, right? And there's a lot of people's, you know, speculations, but like, so you see, this is like in the trenches. Maro's one of the best copywriters on the planet. And here he is talking about what's, you know, like the shift. Other successful copywriters and like Paris Lampropoulos, pretty big deal, right? Alvin Trugenics, they hire a lot of people. John, sorry, my dog freaked out. You know, John hires lots of people. You know, Troy gets hired as a service provider. So like that is the reality. And so the last thing that I'm going to say is I end this video that I don't know if anybody's going to watch because it's kind of about me and who cares about me. And I get it. I really do. As I'm taking a Zen break, I won't show it. Maybe I'll keep the video to get mad. Is like the separation of like the like separating yourself from this stuff, right? Because it's like there's people on here who go like this guy. There's no competition for the ones who want to be great at it. I mean, it's like not even really true. I don't like. There still is definitely competition for the ones who be great at it, but you have to understand what I am saying, and you're not. You're taking it. Not you. I'm just saying a lot of people are like you're taking it as I'm telling you that all copywriting doesn't matter anymore. Copywriting is no longer a thing. That I'm shitting on your dreams, probably, right? And it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm trying to be very pragmatic and realistic and tell you the truth. And the truth is that if you, like as was mentioned there, there's a glut of copywriters. There's way too many copywriters. There's way too much supply and demand is shrinking. And my entire thing is like, well, if that's true, maybe you should look at some other options or consider other paths, right? And if I look at that objectively and I go, wow, well, what is the thing that somebody else, what's a viable other path, right? Go be a media buyer, go pay someone else for some other shit. Like go pay to like what? Like pay to be like an offer owner where you have to spend, you know, a bunch of money or create an info product and you have to learn a bunch of ins and outs. Like to scale anything physical, it takes a lot of time and effort. So I'm on another unpopular thing I've said for forever is that most people, you know, shouldn't be offer owners. You should probably get experience, JV, partner with other businesses first, do your superpower, learn the ins and outs, and then go be an offer owner. And a lot of people have laughed, and it's like, how many of those people have actually scaled an offer since I said that? And I can go find receipts for that. But that's a whole other shitstorm that, you know, I created, I guess, in like this little DR community of ours. Okay. And yeah, it's still true. Most people shouldn't be an offer owner. Go buy like, and if I do, like I have a guy on my list, super nice guy in Nigeria, paid a bunch of money to become like a high ticket closer. He emails me all the time. Like, oh, are you gonna need a high ticket closer? I'm like, no, I don't sell anything that uses the high ticket closer. You know, this is gonna sound fucked up, but probably my first choice in general is not gonna be a dude in Nigeria, just from like the internet, the connection of the phone, not because of him being Nigerian. Oh my God, dog. Anyway, my dog barked and interrupted my thought, and he had to freak out because there was a guy at the door trying to offer window cleaning at our house. And so honestly, I guess the point, well, hopefully this is coherent at this point. It's frustrating, but you know, like it's just maybe this is an option to look at, you know. And by the way, too, it's like TikTok's gonna get banned. It's like, yeah, maybe, or, maybe not. Like from Wall Street Journal today, I would assume it's still going to be up here. Where is it? I might just search it, Dodger owner buy TikTok, right? Literally just today, Frank McCourt, going to buy TikTok. He's like basically getting together a group, has financing lined up. The entire thing is like that. It's like a divestiture, not a ban. Go to the Supreme Court and all that. But here's the thing: it's like the idiots, and you guys are idiots. You're dumb, right? You're objectively pretty stupid, because you're like who kind of think like, oh, he's trying to like he's selling this flash in the pan thing. I'm not selling shit. First of all, I have a course that I'm promoting to my email list for 5 days and then never promoting it again to show people how to do it, because I think it's valuable for them to do it. Why am I never promoting it again? Because like scarcity and urgency and get on it and actually pay for information so you use it, all that kind of stuff, right? But we're talking about since 2020, and again, if you're crushing as a copywriter, then why are you taking this personally? Go keep copywriting, you dodo brain. If you're making like 5K, 10K, 15K a month, and you've got a host of clients coming your way and you're really happy and loving life, then then I'm not talking to you. Like, you're so stupid. Like, sure, it might be if you're bored and tired and burned out, you might want to look at TikTok. But if you're like super happy and loving life, then go keep living your life, you dodo brain. Like, not talking to you. I'm talking to people who are like new to copywriting, have been going for forever. I mean, I think there's one on this YouTube thing here, where it was like, I'm a new copywriter, confused if I should continue or not. Are you getting clients? Like, I'm struggling to get clients. Sure. There was another person where it was like, where was this person here? I want to find it. Basically, they're like, well, I don't have trouble getting clients. And I was like, or I think something I asked him, do you have trouble getting clients? Was it this person? Yeah, let's see if it shows these. Come on, I'm not sure the other one. I don't know if they deleted it. But they're like, should I quit copywriting as a newbie? I get consistent clients, not issues, but I don't get paid because I always do it for free. I think they edited it, because originally I was like, I get clients, no issues. I'm like, okay, well, how much are you getting paid? And like, well, nothing, I do it for free. And it's like, well, they're not really clients, right? I'm like, at some point you need to get paid. It's up to you. You can transition to getting paid, see how it goes first. Well, I want to get good first, that's why I do it for free, then get paid. Is that an issue? And it's like, no, not necessarily, but like you can't really say you're getting clients if you're not getting paid for it, right? And so there's all of these people, and all the people who are like the most like kind of up in arms about me talking about like how maybe newbie copywriters who are coming into this because of like a biz op thing and the promises of making money and the laptop lifestyle and the freedom might, be in for a rough ride. And that was already always the case, but it's especially the case with, AI and with shrinking demand and a glut of copywriters and with the mediums of which we sell changing and all of these things. The people who are most upset about that, they're either really dumb, right? And they can't abstract out beyond themselves. So they think like, that's not how it is for me. And it's like, yeah, cool. And I'm not talking about you then, you idiot, right? Go over here, dumb person. Whoop, go to the stupid person place. There you are. Have fun. Okay, right? You're either over there, or they're selling this shit. They're selling you the copywriting biz op training thing, right? And so then they're like really pissed off because they're like, you saying copywriting is dead? No, like it's not. By the way, just pay me some money. I do a mentorship. I've seen inside these mentorships for most of these people that they're doing. It's like, yeah, like 80, 20, like 5 people have some success and like 500 don't. And it's okay. It doesn't mean a mentorship is bad. It means they're over-promising. And I've really tried to be careful of anything I've ever done in my life to over-promise. But like, to not over-promise. But like, if somebody's talking about, like, if they're mad, but then they're selling you something, like, it's sort of like this chick on Facebook. I blocked her, former student of mine. I have testimonials from her. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about this money, right? Going railing against me for AI and trying to like talk shit and taking shots. That's why I just blocked her. I'm like, I don't want to even look at her. Shout out, I'm not going to say her name. I want to. But it's like, guess what she does? She teaches copywriting, like she does mentorship, coaching, training programs, and then but that don't use AI. So it's like, just so obvious. Look at the motive, right? So here's my motive is making money for my list, right? I'm going to make money on this offer, but probably make like, I don't know, not like 50 to 100 grand, whatever it is. Cool. But it's also to try to steer people in the right direction for something I believe. And if you go back to the action speaking louder than words, and you look consistently at what I've done for like since 2020, and frankly before, it should seem like it really kind of adds up to why I think this is authentically the right move for a lot of people, you know? And so I just want to make this video and say that, and frankly let off some steam. I feel good about it. Again, I'm sure maybe I'll regret it. I'm just gonna get more haters and people being dumb, saying mean things, being like, oh, like, why are you so defensive, bro? Like, whatever, I don't know, whatever dumb stuff people say. But the great thing is about social media, the great thing about it is that I can just always turn it off, right? And go on and live my life. And like, I guess if I was gonna kind of finish off with like the magic of receipts here, let me do that. Give me 1 second here. Let me show you one more thing. Maybe I'll regret this, but I'm trying to do this so it's cut off basically, right? But here's like, here's inside Everflow for the day. This is for one business. Frankly, we actually stopped ads early, cut off ads because CPAs were pretty high. It was a bad day for Facebook. Not every number in here is accurate, right? But basically, like, here's what I got going on with one of my businesses where I'm like an equity partner. I've got multiple other things that I'm doing that are going quite well. And so the point of all that being, like, that's why I'm done. I'm not going to sell another course or training. I don't care. I'm going to probably sell free ad copy. I'm going to still talk about this stuff sometimes when I feel like it, but it's like, what's the point of even doing it? It's annoying, I guess. I do get annoyed. I get frustrated. I do get a little bit triggered because I'm like, some people are so dumb, and it makes me, kind of bitter. So hence back to that email about not being a guru. All right, I'm done. Goodbye. Good day. See you later for anyone who actually made it this far in the video. Bye.